you'll ever see. The fist of Joe Louis at Hart Plaza. We're coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Barrett.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Dennis Smith, and it's Dotson in at the 3 spot. And for the Pistons, Griffin is out there with John Henson. Then there's Brown. Then it's Rose. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Now, here is Smith. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Here's Kennard. Lays it up off the glass.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates. Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Smith outside. There's the pass to Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
Rose against Smith. Rose passes to Kennard. Back to Rose. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
3 on the clock. Randall kicks to Smith. No good on the triple. It's stolen by Barrett. An even 3-on-3 break. Lets a floater go. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And another turnover here by Detroit.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Rose against Smith. And Henson sends it back.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
It's not going to go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. In the corner, Smith with it. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, timing and rhythm, such a big part of shooting. Dennis Smith Jr., pretty look.
Smith against Rose. Pass to Griffin. Over Randall. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And the shot is good.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Looking at the schedule, Doris, about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
Rose against Smith. Right side, Griffin. Over Barrett. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Pistons trail by 6. Here's Brown. No good again that time. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Smith against Rose. Outside Griffin. Back to Rose. This one for 3. That shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Dotson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Rose. Henson trying to break free. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done. Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
Rose no good on the free throw. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His three ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board. Well, Damian Dotson in his second season, this guy was able to get on the floor at a consistent rate and show that he could be a solid contributor.
And the first one drops. And for Dotson, as you said, Doris, he got his chance as the Knicks started to play the young guys last season.
And he has the potential, Kevin, Damian Dotson, to be a fantastic three-point shooter from what he's shown to this point. You combine that with his high motor and energy, and there's a lot to like if you're a fan of this team.
Here's Kennard. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Now Barrett following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Now the feed to Henson. His first shot coming late. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Now here's Rose. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
5 to shoot. Tries from 7. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Smith against Rose. Smith the pass to Dotson. 13 feet away. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
This guy reads defenders so well and gets great elevation on his shots. Dennis Smith gets that mid-range to go.
Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Makers checked in for Henson. Doumbouya comes in for Brown. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kennard.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Knox in for Damian Dotson. Both free throws good from Randall. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator. And I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Here's Payton following the score by Derrick Rose. No good from Payton.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Portis against Griffin. Shoots over Portis, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Wood, he's checked in for Detroit. Langston Galloway comes in for Rose. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Galloway. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And stolen by Portis. In the corner, Knox with it. Drops one in from the wing. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Snell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Galloway. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been All about team play for this group lately. R.J. Barrett, fourth.
And those are some of the finest passers the rookie class has to offer. I mean, that's some great company. I think he'd like to stay right in that mix.
That free throw good from Galloway.
You know, it's amazing. Galloway completely unheralded before catching on with the Knicks. This is the guy who was the first ever call-up from their D-League affiliate, and he's showing he belongs.
Galloway hits both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Payton passes to Portis. Pass to Randall. The fadeaway. Doumbouya pulls it in. Pistons trail by 8. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it, the fast break chance. And that one, good. Knox has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, at 6'9", you can see the ability of Kevin Knox to run the floor and finish in transition. That's perfect.
Out left to the wing. Snell, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Randall throws it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Galloway. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Here's Griffin. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. Now, here's Doumbouya after R.J. Barrett's miss. Doumbouya passes to Wood. Over Gibson. Wood with the bucket.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
.153 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes to Barrett. Back to Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Griffin. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Doumbouya passes to Wood. Shot clock at 6. Here's Griffin. Great D that time from Portis.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
Well, I really like Kevin Knox taking the initiative and seeking contact right there. Nicely done.
And he makes both free throws. Well, you look at the length of Knox, Doris, his arm span, his frame, he can be a handful.
No doubt. Kevin Knox is able, because of that frame you talked about, to shrug off contact and muscle through most players. His reach allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. So in terms of the physical metrics, you love what this guy brings to the table.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
He kicks to Payton. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Snell. Can't hit that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. In the corner, Knox with it. New York, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 15. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Griffin.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Well, anyone looking for highlights, because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Wood. Here's Doumbouya. On the miss, not the best shot selection there. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. So he gets them both. It could go. It doesn't go for him. Julius Randle getting it done for New York. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Taj Gibson is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Payton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Barrett at the 2 guard. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Payton with the ball. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Harkless. Payton left side. The teardrop falls in. Payton's got 5 now.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Henson. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Clock at 6. Back to Henson. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
No problems knocking that one down. And that's now 8 points for Elfrid Payton.
And you can see the break slowed down for him to kind of pick his spot. And boy, was he open.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. It's still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Dotson gets the bucket.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Down low, stolen by Robinson. And now the Knicks on the break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Rose. 7 points in the game. Robinson with the block.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And again, it's New York.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Gibson with the steal. And they're on the break. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Dennis Smith Jr., you want more of this. Find your open teammate and make sure you put it on time.
And, well, Detroit shooting a low 30% mark from the field. To halt the run, and Gibson sends it back. Now here's Harkless, guarded closer. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists tonight. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I'll tell you, overtime games usually are special, and this one qualified for that. But both teams absolutely gassed at the end.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Brown is checked in for Tony Snell. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Julius Randle's checked in for Taj Gibson. Here's Dotson. Passes it to Harkless. Three-pointer on the way. Rebound by the Pistons. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Harkless. The shot's good from Henson.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's Smith. And he lobs it up, and Robinson throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Rose. He has 7. And the pass to Brown. To the paint. Henson in the post. Robinson on him. The shot's good from Henson. And so it's New York with it. Now Smith. Kicks it to Robinson. Randall down low, just 4 to shoot. And taken away by Brown. Pass to Kennard. The kick out to Rose from past the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month, the shot block leaders. You look at Robinson, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Detroit making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Kevin Knox is checked in for New York. And it's Rose penetrating. That shot misses. Randall with some nice D.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Robinson.
What a great trend it's been for him in terms of his rebounding. He's been getting after it on the glass these past few months. His numbers are way up, and that makes him so much more effective as an all-around contributor.
Now Maker, following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith. Maker passes to Kennard. A putback, and Griffin stays with it.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
And the foul on Rose. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Robinson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rose, that's good.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Smith. They get it back. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Pass to Knox. 6 to shoot. That one falls. Knox has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You can see physical defense does not bother Kevin Knox. He almost wants the contact. And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
From deep, Rose. Rebounded by Knox.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development. Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
New York shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Smith inside. He's covered by Rose. Looking to end his cold spell. Passes it to Knox. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 9 points per game, 15 rebounds, and almost 3.5 blocks.
All-around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
And the Knicks with possession here. Thonmaker unable to get his last shot to go. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Wood, he's checked in for the Pistons. Then for the Knicks, it's checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Dennis Smith. Now here's Griffin. Shoots over Portis, and he drops it in from the low post. 10 points for Blake Griffin.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Payton. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 8 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Brown. He kicks it to Galloway. Back to Brown. Over Barrett. And it's Brown missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Randall no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Galloway. Drills it from outside. Galloway's got 5.
Boy, that's just great lift on the shot from Galloway. You see the elevation, the follow-through. It's a very repeatable motion.
Now here's Payton. And the basket by Knox.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Doumbouya following the score by New York. Back to Galloway. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Good work there as it goes. Griffin's got 8 points in the quarter. Now here's Payton. Defense is right there. Out to the wing. Here's Randall. No good on the last second attempt there. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New York ahead, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brown out there with Griffin. Then it's John Henson. Then it's Rose. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Griffin, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Griffin's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Pistons. The Knicks leading by 22. Outside Robinson. Now the pass to Barrett. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Brown. Good work defensively by Smith. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Knicks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Barrett dishes to Smith. Pass to Dotson for 3. Kept alive. And Henson sends it back.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's Brown missing. The Knicks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Smith's got 7 points in the game. The Pistons have gone 1-3 since starting the second half. Rose against Smith. Here's Brown. Here's Henson. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Henson sends it back.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Brown with the bounce pass. Kicks it to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Brown from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Knicks. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, the Pistons, 3 spots below.
And I think for the Pistons, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense. And, oh, my goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Smith against Rose. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Pass to Snell. Fires it up. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Henson in the post. Randall on him. Back to Henson. Over Randall. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Number 5 is Julius Randle.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Rose, and the shot goes in. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Smith for 3. Rebounded by Snell.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
He shot 3 of 5 from the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And Rose drops them both.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
Now here's Harkless. He has 6. Detroit with the rebound. Henson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on R.J. Barrett. That's good from Snell. Doomboy is checked in for Luke Kennard. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Portis is checked in. And so Snell nails both of them. New York leading by 23. Here's Barrett. He's got 13. Smith for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Smith's got 9 points now in the quarter.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
The shot's good from Henson.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
Here's Barrett. Almost, but it rolls out. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Doumbouya passes to Rose to the inside. Here's Maker. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
Here's Smith. Passes it to Barrett. Puts it up from 12. He can't hit that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
No good on the free throw for the Pistons. Wood, he's checked in for John Henson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. Payton, he's checked in for New York.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Over in the corner, Harkless. New York, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 21. And there's the pass to Galloway. To the middle. And the basket by Maker.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Here's Peyton. 11 points in the game. Pass to Barrett. Portis with it. Harkless with it. Peyton passes to Gibson. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Let's remember, Taj Gibson is one of the most physical players in the league on both ends. He loves to pick up these fouls.
Detroit making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Dennis Smith in for Peyton. Here's Knox. He's got 10. Barrett, no good. Now, here's Doumbouya. T right on him. That one good for 2.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And here's Smith. 13 points in the game. Pass to Knox. Wide open look. That one rolling around and rims out. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Galloway. 5 points in the game. Wood. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
The Knicks leading by 16. Smith scanning the floor. It's stolen by Maker. Now Detroit moving it up. Oh!
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Smith. Lets it go from 11. Good. He hits the jump shot. Smith's got 15 points.
What you respect about Dennis Smith Jr. is that he knows his strength. This guy picking the defense apart right now.
Brown outside. Here's Wood, defended by Gibson. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
New York's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Knox the pass to Smith. Taken away. Here's Brown. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks, leading by 12. There's the pass to Portis. Back to Smith from deep three-point range. Knicks with a new 14. Second chance shot. No good on the layup.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Brown, good. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Smith dishes to Gibson. Chalk up 2 there. And the Knicks lead by 12.
If Taj Gibson gets around the rack, you understand this guy is going to make an opportunity.
Well, you talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall. and the Washington Wizards.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Pass to Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
That free throw good from Brown. A different look here for Detroit. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Thon Maker. Luke Kennard comes in for Doumbouya. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Langston Galloway. The Knicks also changing it up. Julius Randle's checked in for Gibson. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Bounce pass, Smith. Now here's Randle. He's guarded closer, and he gets it to go. Randle's got 14 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Outside Rose. Over to the wing. Here's Griffin. Shakes him. Can't capitalize inside. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York looking at who they've got. Randle and Portis patrol the middle. And it's Smith, and it's Knox in at the 3 slot. Brown drives in. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
That free throw good from Brown. The Knicks leading by 11. Pass to Knox. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Rose. Here's Knox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So Kevin Knox, the 9th pick back in the 2018 draft. What an outstanding year he had at Kentucky before deciding to come to the NBA.
That free throw, no good. Robinson's checked in for New York. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 12. To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And the basket by Knox.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Brown feeling out a bit. In the corner, Kennard with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside Robinson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
John Henson's checked in for Wood. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks the pass to Robinson. Top of the key. Tries again. And it's good on the way in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Rose attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
I'll tell you, if he's feeling right physically, Rose will battle you every step of the way. That's a fierce-looking drive.
Harkless is checked in for Knox. And Rose drops them both. The Knicks leading by 12. Now Smith passes it to Harkless. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Brown dishes to Henson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he sinks the second. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Smith against Rose. Smith kicks to Dotson. Count that one. And the Knicks lead by 13. And, well, Detroit shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Oh, Griffin in position. Back to Rose. Over Smith. Nails the baby hook. And that's now 19 points for Rose.
Another one for Derrick Rose. This is a flashback to when he used to do this on a nightly basis.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, we know this, guys. Last season, a little bit up and down for Dennis Smith Jr. Not sure he wanted out of Dallas, but certainly dealt to the New York Knicks. But now they think this guy is a cornerstone for their franchise.
Good on the second free throw. And with Smith, he had lost the ball handling duties in Dallas to Doncic. And you know what, Doris? It made sense probably for him to move on.
Yeah, this is one of those trades, I think, that will benefit everyone involved. Dennis Smith Jr. is a better player with the basketball in his hands. And once he left, he got his confidence back and started to create great opportunities for the Knicks.
And it's good. 2 points. 21 points for Derrick Rose.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. And it's Smith penetrating, and the shot goes in.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
From deep, Rose. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Kennard.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Smith, the pass to Dotson. And he makes good on the layup. Dotson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. You gotta like what Dennis Smith has done in this game.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put them over the limit.
Here's Rose. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And that one misses. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Pistons trail by 13. Right side, Rose. Dishes to Griffin. He kicks it to Brown. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Randall against Griffin. Dotson the pass to Smith. Back to Dotson. New York needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Smith. That one misses. Rose with some nice D. Brown down low. Dotson with the rebound. The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Pistons trail by 16. It's Brown with the drive. Yep, that one goes in there. Brown's got 11 in the second half.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Knicks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. The 19-foot shot. Barrett, no good. And, well, Detroit shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Barrett with the ball. Brown on him. And Barrett gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 14. The Pistons have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Basket counts. 23 points for Rose.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Randall with the bucket.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Smith against Rose. On the wing, Brown. Griffin down low over Randall. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Blake Griffin. Here's Barrett. The pass to Dotson. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Latre. Dotson can't hit. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. 8 feet away. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the confidence from the big fella? Griffin taking pleasure in tormenting the defense, feeling really comfortable shouldering the offense.
Here's Dotson. Kicks it to Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's off on the first. Thon Maker's checked in for Detroit. And New York with a change here, too. Portis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kennard, the pass to Brown. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Brown's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Knicks leading by 8. New York calls timeout. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Dennis Smith.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Dotson kicks to Smith. He gets it in there. Smith's got 16 here in the second half.
Well, to me, this is where Dennis Smith Jr. is most dangerous. Inside, using that combination of athleticism and strength.
Brown outside. Here's Griffin. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. New York calls timeout. Here's Dotson. Back to Smith. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And he makes the first. He's off on the second. New York leading by 7. Here's Dotson. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Randall. Back to Smith. There's the 3. Derrick Rose grabs the miss. Pistons shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in. Kennard's got 7 points for the quarter. The Knicks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. 1:44 left in the game. Here's Randall. Rebound by the Pistons. Kennard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rose attacking. It's rebounded by New York. Smith with it. Pass to Portis. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Outside Rose. On the wing, Brown. Passes it to Henson. Here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Barrett. Randall grabs the board. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Took him no time at all on that one.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for New York.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Smith.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Left side Rose. It's stolen by Randall. To the left wing. Here's Dotson. The three-pointer is right on target.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same. You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And here's Smith. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Elfrid, first off, congrats on the win. What was the key to getting this one?
Oh, man, we made shots. We did a good job of, just getting to the rim.
Big effort tonight, Elfrid. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.